Comancheros New York Support Organization. We say thank you very much for coming and see you again next time. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
With patriotism and dedication for our reconstruction. Oh, Grenada, land of my birth, the way you suffered. Oh, it hurts, those tribulations you had to bear will make Superman want to despair. But the blood of a martyr must not be shed in vain. Oh no, we must rise and shine again. We can't condone the military treachery, but we can't return to the old time hypocrisy. Don't sell nobody your days of liberty, because only we project our destiny. Oh, Grenada, land of my birth, the way you suffered. Oh, how it hurts, those tribulations you had to bear will make Superman want to despair. But the blood of a martyr must not be shed in vain. Oh no, we must rise and shine again. Oh, Grenada, land of my birth, the way you suffered. Oh, how it hurts, those tribulations you had to bear will make Superman want to despair. But the blood of a martyr must not be shed in vain. Oh no, we must rise and shine again.
And good night, folks. We'll be starting shortly. The camera just decided to shut down on me just as we were going to start. So I'm not getting any video of myself tonight. So I'm just trying to get that sorted out before we start tonight's program.
Cause such pain.
But we are here saying a special good night to all of you joining us via the various mediums. Those of you joining us on the YouTube, those of you joining us on the Facebook, those of you joining us via We Noise Radio, we say a good night to each and every one of you. So we will, as soon as we get the camera rebooted for some reason, yeah, everything off. We listen, we had the video set up perfect, and as soon as we go to start, that happened. And we could have even started early tonight. The internet, for some reason, just dropped off. It's like some bug in the system. I don't understand what's going on tonight. The internet went down totally. We couldn't connect. And we had to restart our router. We couldn't connect at all. And then as soon as we got that sorted out, the camera went off. So it's like some kind of thing in the system tonight. But we rebuke it. Yeah.
I'm proud, I'm strong. I am a Grenadian. Yes, man. Grenada, the land where I was born. I know you were suffering. Men have raped you and abused you and left you there crying. I devote my heart, my body and my soul. I stretch forth my helping hand to help you out. I haven't got diamond, silver, or even gold, but blessings I give to east, west, north, and south. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come, sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be your support. Right here by your side, with my arms around you to wipe your weeping eyes. Oh yeah. It's quite a long time now since you have fallen back to the last rung of the ladder, and your neighbors stand up there and uttering no talk, but to help they just don't bother. Some of your friends have turned their backs on you. They don't want to see a friend with your name on it. Don't bother with them. One day you will rise up too. 'Cause in times to come is the bread they might have to eat. Listen, let me go. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be your support. Right here by your side, with my arms around you to wipe your weeping eyes. Let me go. Listen, it's time that we take a stand to defend your position from all those smart rip-off scams who just come to take a bite and make their own decision and boast to the world that they are the reigning champ. While your friends them happy had times they were going through, they still wouldn't help you out if you beg them please. But woe unto them, little do they know, that a good name is better than great riches. Oh, Grenada. let you down. Oh no, I'll always be your support right here by your side. With my arms around you to wipe your weeping eye. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, welcome, sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be your support right here by your side. With a big fist I will to wipe your weeping eye. Let me go. If you feel the pain like me, feel free to say, I love my country. Oh yeah, Grenada. Oh, I love you, Grenada. I'll always be right by your side, Grenada. Oh, why, Grenada?
As I said, folks, I'm right here, but for some reason my camera just is not coming on tonight. I'm still fighting up with it, so stay with me, stay with me. I'm not giving up yet, right? I'm not giving up yet.
Musically from Tomisi, Eggy Japs and Super Terry. No place sweeter than home. Just give me a jamo, Moss and Tia also. Whoa, no place sweeter than home. Brandy and them watching, girl, you never know what they thinking. No place sweeter than home. But she whining home, leave me alone, my only home.
Yeah, folks, we have to apologize for the quality of the video tonight, but I don't know what it is. We had it perfect just before we started. As soon as we were about to start, bam, it goes bad. I have no idea what went on. 1 minute we couldn't get on air at all. All our computers went offline. When I say offline, they were working, but they went off the internet. And now our our camera, I just don't understand what's taking place with it tonight. So it's giving us this kind of image. And when I wear nice shirt, you know. Yeah, when I wear nice shirt from Future Icons Barber Shop. You see that here? Like from Future Icons Barber Shop, I get out. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Future Icons Barber Shop, good night to you, brother. And folks, what I'm going to do for you, first of all, before we get into it tonight, and I already lose a whole half hour because of this thing forming the fool tonight. Yes, I already lose a whole half hour because of that. We're going to get directly into it. I've got to play this for you first of all, and then we're going to get into the rest of tonight's program. Yeah? Nice. Beautiful.
Hail Grenada, land of ours, we pledge ourselves to thee. We know these words by heart. But as we mark 52 years of independence, let's remember what they really are. A covenant, a promise between the Grenada we inherited and the Grenada we must build. 52 years ago, our nation took its place among the free peoples of the world. We were anchored in faith then as we are now. Faith that 3 small islands could forge a destiny of their own, conscious that with God, our people, resilient, industrious, and proud, could turn natural beauty into national prosperity. Faith that independence was not merely a transfer of flags, but a transfer of responsibility to ourselves. That faith has been tested. We've survived hurricanes that leveled our homes and economic storms that challenged our resolve. And at times, our reality has fallen short of what independence demands. For too many Grenadians, the promise of 1974 still feels very far away from the reality of 2026. And as I reflect on the 52 years of independence, I am struck by what remains unchanged, the things I love, the warmth of our people, the beauty of our islands, and the strength of our communities. But there are things we must leave behind. We have to stop accepting mediocrity. We have to stop seeing poverty as inevitable. And most importantly, we must stop believing that being a small nation gives us an excuse to be anything less than excellent. Nevertheless, I remain optimistic, not because our challenges are small, but because you, our people, are great. In every community across Grenada, Carriacou and Petit-Martinique, and in the diaspora, I see Grenadians who work hard, who love their families, who contribute to their communities, who deserve a better Grenada. So as we celebrate, let us remember that independence is not a destination. Independence is a journey. It is renewed not only in annual celebrations, but in daily commitments to excellence in our work, to integrity in our dealings, and to courage in speaking truth, and to compassion in treating our neighbors as we want to be treated. God bless our nation. Our anthem concludes. God has blessed us with beauty, with resources, with talented people. What we do with these blessings is our choice. What we build with our independence is our responsibility. Let this 52nd anniversary not be merely a celebration of where we have been, but a rededication to the Grenada that we must build together. A nation that is ever conscious of God, anchored in faith, guided by purpose, and governed with the stewardship that independence calls for. Happy Independence, Grenada, and may God bless you, every single one of you. Thank you.
For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. We Noise TV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand you can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. We Noise TV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Yes, indeed, folks.
Hail
And
Grenada.
yeah, that video seems to have gone again. So let me see if I can get my video back up. I don't know why this is happening tonight. It's just like one after the other tonight. Yeah, let me get the proper thing up here. Yeah, there, the video just. Yes, indeed. Let's see if it will stay on this time. As bad as it is, let's see. No, I can't. Oh God, no, I can't work with it like that. No. We cannot work with it like that. Yeah, all we teeth disappear, everything. No.
We pull some lines on the back of the donkey to get food for the country, and the fisherman only see day and night, a line in his hand. You think his hand ain't hurting him? You think the tide wasn't pulling him? Soon as they return, the supplies they brought all done. But when the next they come to them
just one of those nights, huh? Yeah, just one of those nights when everything seems to be going wrong. Just throwing off everything for the program tonight, you know? Yeah. But I'm not ending. No. Continuing. I'm going with it.
Captain Fred Mulligan, oh no, and them fishermen on the lands also take a bow.
So saying special good listeners to all my listeners out there in Oshawa, all of you out there in Alberta, Canada,
If your time alone,
those of you in Calgary,
she has gotten from you, it is time that you take a bow.
my good friends in Niagara Falls, good night to you.
It's high time that you take a bow.
All of you listening in Maryland, those of you listening in Washington, D.C. I wonder if you have Grenadians in Washington State. That's a sort of place, you know. I'm not sure if we have. Washington, D.C. is one thing, but talking about Washington State, I'm not sure if we have Grenadians there, you know. Good evening to you, Giza, and all the listeners over there in the UK. Hope that you all have been having a fabulous day thus far, yeah.
Is the teacher who lays it down. Medical and dental services needed to keep health in control.
Today I saw a video of the situation on the Carriacou with the boatmen, the long line fishermen, and I heard them saying that they're moving. We now move. You understand? So hearing that from them, some of them saying that they're not going to be moving from the Carriacou. You'll see how that turns out on Monday, huh? Yeah.
Agree to set to community. Time we say
They have They have a deadline up until everything just giving problems. They have a deadline of Monday when they need to be moved. Well, when they need to move.
the radix and all
I am not sure if they have been told where they need to move to, but they have been told that they need to move. So I'm not sure. Yeah, you're telling people move. Where are they going to move to? So I'm not sure if that information has been given to them, if they have been told, well, this is where you're going to go or that is where you're going to go. I am not sure what the present situation is. So it's something that we're looking at. We're going to see what's taking place with that one.
take a bow. It's high time that you take a bow.
Yes, Amanda Jeremiah, I am having problem with the internet. Yeah. Okay, so it's not me alone. It's everybody having problem with the internet. Okay. So I'm seeing Amanda is having problem with it. Akin Lisa, yeah, you're having problems with the internet as well.
Sanitation never gets mentioned, but the place of
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with the internet tonight. It's just giving a lot of problems. The internet is one, and then the camera is the next one giving problems. The board is okay, but the camera is the next one giving problems tonight. And just before, as in 7:57, the video was perfect. The internet was giving problems before. We got it to work. We restarted the router, everything, and we had the internet perfect and everything. Now it started to give problems again, yes?
coming. Cause
And last night, I ended before I was able to speak about the situation with the fisher folk. Yeah? So, let me see if I can pull the video. Well, I know I have the video for sure. So, let me pull the video up of because this also affects the same fishermen who are having the issues now on the Carriacou to move. And I'm not saying that they need to stay there. I'm saying that they do need to move. That's my view. They do need to move, but you can't just tell them they need to move. They have to move to a place that is suitable. You don't want to be fixing one issue and creating 12. So you're telling them they have to move, Where are they going to move to? Has a place been prepared for them? Have you taken into consideration the number of vessels that have to go? I was hearing one of the men speaking about the fact, and it's a fact, and that's Hoyt Olivier. Hoyt, what's going on, brother? Yeah, and he was speaking about the fact that a lot of the tourists, when they're going around the Carriacou, they take the pictures of the boats and so on. That's part of the ambience of the Carriacou. We understand that. If the problem is that the boats are dumping garbage into the water, then you address that issue with them so that that issue stops. Or that they're dumping oil and garbage or whatever other sewage into the water, you deal with that issue. Yeah? If it is that the rope, because I myself have seen people fall over the rope, and not just tourists, us Grenadians, going about our business on the Carriacou and trip over the rope. If that is the issue, then we need to hook the ropes up differently, provide a proper mooring for them, whatever it is. But you can't just take the high-handed approach, all you move, and all you have until Monday to move. There needs to be some sort of discussion. But before that one, let's get into what is being said about the fishing. Yeah, what are they going to do in relation to fisheries and them kind of thing. The minister of Mr. Chutai, or let us call him, leave the man tie alone. None are we buy the man tie. He does pay him money for his own tie. Yeah, so I'll leave him alone with the tie.
Regards the fisheries, you mentioned fisheries, I think, as well. Did you mention fisheries? So as regards the fisheries, well, I know we have a burning issue with the fishery right now.
Yep.
Yes. We have a very serious issue. You will recall that last August, we received a letter from NOAA, which is the institution in America that takes care of sea mammals. And it says that, in essence, our fish export to America is banned as of January the 1st. We responded by putting in place a task force and to do those things that we need to do, good, to prevent the ban. We have done that. And we have reapplied again to NOAA. And the last letter we got from NOAA, dated the 21st of January, says that they would have received our reapplication. They were quite satisfied with the progress that we have made to protect sea mammals, and that we will hear from them pretty soon. In the meantime, we are looking for alternative markets for our fisher folks. We are talking to exporters, we'll call them importers, in Canada. We are also talking to importers from China. In the case of China, all we have to do is to get registered as an importer into China. We're almost there because we're getting assistance from our ambassador there. And as regards Canada, we are working on a few individuals who want to come down and buy fish and bring it up. They don't want to depend on the traditional...
just U.S. market.
Right. And also we are looking at other Caribbean markets. We're looking at Trinidad, we're looking at Guadeloupe, we're looking at Martinique. We spoke to the OECS Commission, Dr. Didicus Jules, and he is also assisting us in finding alternative markets for our fish. And he has planned a meeting with the Canadian Prime Minister. Good. And one item on the agenda would be the export of greater fish to Canada. We hope that meeting can take place soon so that we can, diversify the external markets for our fish. So we're working.
Sure, so you will keep us updated.
Yes. As regards the fisheries, you mentioned fisheries, I think, as well. Did you mention fisheries? Yeah. So as regards...
All right, so we've heard from Mr. Chutai about the fish, they're looking for alternative markets and all of this, that they were informed August last year that as of the 1st of January, they would no longer be able to export fish to the US. And as such, they decided that they're going to look for alternative markets, such as China, to send our fish to. Yeah, so they want to send the Grenadian fish up to China. Nice? Yeah, that nice, man. Yeah, if you could get it to China. Yeah? Because you know what getting it to China is going to mean, eh? Yeah, well, for the first grade fish, you had to forget that, because that would have to reach to China within 7 days. Now, number one, we have no direct flights from any part of the Caribbean not Barbados, not Grenada, not Trinidad, not Jamaica, nowhere in the Caribbean do we have direct flights to China. You have to interconnect. And anybody who has been to China, I know that many of you who have traveled to China on the short-term scholarships and so on, you can bear me out on that to get to China is a long haul. Yeah, you have to go to the UK, and then from the UK, you'll get the flight to go over to China. I don't think there's a in-between there. You usually go to the UK, and then from the UK over to China. It means that if we have to get our tuna out to China, we would have to have the airlift out of Grenada going to the UK on a regular basis with enough cargo space. So it can't be just the normal flights that come in. If we have to get significant amounts of fish out to the Chinese market, which is a multi-trillion-dollar market, that is how much billion Chinese, and so on, you're trying to get the tuna, I would think that the approach would have been not a singular one, but a regional. I'm a regionalist. Let me just say that clearly. Sheldon, I'm a regionalist. I don't believe in many things that we go about doing this just as Grenada. I believe that we need to work with some of our Caribbean and especially OECS brothers and sisters. We have the same monetary union. We have the same concerns, that we need to work as a unit to get certain things done. And in this instance, I believe this is one of the areas that we need to do that in. So when it comes to the fish, instead of taking the approach that we are looking for the alternative markets and so on, it should be an approach that we as in the OECS is looking. St. Lucia is facing, well, not facing, but they have been hit with the same ban as well. They can't send any tuna, even though they're not into it as deep as Grenada is. Yeah, the tuna fishing and so on, from what I've been told, is not as big for the St. Lucians. But for Grenada, we send the tuna out there. Yeah, 90-something% are going to the US. And now we've lost that market. And we also were sending lobster and lambi, and so we were sending that to the US as well. 90% of it was going there. We've lost that market. And from some of the things I saw coming out today, we're not even sure if we will get that market back again. So we have that issue as well, and I'll get to that part in a little while. Now, Giza, you say send it to the UK? Yes. It can be sent to the UK, where some of it can be sent to the UK market. If I remember correctly, Grenada, if I'm remembering correctly, and I seem to remember this from somewhere, Grenada was one of the only countries that is allowed to sell fish to the European Union. I don't know if the markets there have been explored, but as it is right now, we know for sure that from Grenada, we do have airlift to the United Kingdom. We know that, direct flights. Or even if you have a connecting flight, it goes through St. Lucia, it goes through Barbados, but it goes to the UK. So we have those flights directly that we can go. They said they're looking at some of the regional markets. Good luck with that. Because the others are islands too, they're surrounded by water just like us. But if you want to go ahead, try, Papa. Yeah? But in the interim, while all of this is taking place, what happens to the average fisherman? What happens to the fisherman in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, the fisherman in Guave, who do the long line fishing, and so those in St. Andrew who do the long line fishing? And we're not just speaking about the guys who go out to the boat and they hold the red fish and so on. They come in with that for the local consumption. We're talking about those that do the long line, the tuna boats that go out, that specifically go after tuna. Those boats that go out there to do that it costs what? Somewhere around $14,000 for each trip for them to go out to get that fish. Where do they then market that fish? Where do they sell? And government knew since August, and they're now working on trying to find alternative markets. So they've written to NOAA. They're not sure when they will get a response. They're not sure of the response they might get. Because I saw something come out from the US Embassy today, where they were basically saying, hey, if you're involved in the Cuban Medical Brigade, they went back on that issue again, and they're saying basically, no, we are not going to, and I'm trying to pull it up here, yeah, the U.S. Embassy, Bridgetown. Come on, let me see you here. No, yeah, nah, Bridgetown, we want Philippines. No, we not in the Philippines. Yeah? So, they were saying that they will be taking action on different countries. Yeah? They will be taking action on different countries. And let me pull it up here so that you can see what I am referring to. Yeah. Come on. Nice. Much better. The United States is committed to holding accountable Cuban regime officials, foreign government officials, and others for facilitating forced labor in Cuba's medical missions. By participating in these programs, despite known human rights abuses, foreign governments become complicit in the regime's tactics. Their actions directly contribute to the abuses of Cuban workers. There are alternative methods available for Caribbean nations to recruit foreign medical workers and ethically meet the healthcare needs of their people. The United States calls on all governments and peoples to reject forced labor schemes and join us in demanding accountability and respect for human rights. And that was sent out by the U.S. Embassy in Bridgetown, Barbados, 12 hours ago. Yeah, that was sent out at 8:48 today. Yeah, it is a further warning to the government of Grenada and other governments in the region that have the Cuban Medical Brigade that, hey, we are going to put down sanctions on you. And as such, this is not something that Grenada know now in 2026. This is something that Grenada has known since the beginning of 2025, a year now. They were told, in fact, even before that, there was rumors circulating because they started to spread the information of what they intend to do. So they started sending that information out. Grenada, we need you all to look at that. And Grenada has to decide where it's falling on this particular issue. Grenada has to decide whether or not they are going to bend from the pressure of the United States regarding this particular issue, or if they are going to get rid of the Cuban medical mission. We know in September or when of last year, October, September, somewhere there was a release that said that they changed certain aspects of the program. We do not know if those changes that took place are suitable to what the US is asking for. They just don't want to see the program at all in Grenada. We know that without admitting that they are quietly phasing the Cuban medical mission out of Grenada, the Cuban Medical Brigade. Let me be specific, because they're not necessarily speaking of the Cubans who are working in the private sector here. Those who may be working in a private hospital or private medical facility or so, they're not referring to those. They are specifically referring to those that are hired by the government of Grenada. And they're saying that, hey, you all need to remove these people from the healthcare system. You all cannot continue to operate in the way that you're operating. That is what the US is saying. We have not been told by the government what the exact wording of what the US has sent to them, or what the exact discussions were, what the exact concerns of the US administration regarding the Cubans are. Because we know Grenada's history with Cuba goes way back before the revolution. No, a lot of people think Grenada and Cuba relationship is only to the no. Because you had way back in the early 1900s when folks left Grenada and went to Cuba to cut cane. Hence the reason in different parts of Cuba you find Cubans who trace their heritage back to Grenada. Because it's Grenadians who went there and they were cutting cane and so on. Some of them stay, some come back home, some stay. In the same way that you have Cubans in Panama and Grenadians in Panama. Grenadians that went there, I have a grand uncle that went there and he was down in Panama and came back to Grenada. Afterwards, he went as part of the team doing the Panama Canal and then came back to Grenada. He's a whole story for himself. He's about 3 programs to talk about him. The older folks know who I'm talking about. Cami know who I'm talking about. Some of the older folks know who I'm referring to there. So we have to decide as a people, and we're celebrating our independence tomorrow. And our independence means that we have the right to make a decision based on the fact that we are an independent territory. The same way that the United States has a right to make whatever decision they want as an independent country as to how they manage their affairs. Grenada has the same right as an independent country. And we have to decide as a people which direction we're going. I am not saying do or don't do. I'm saying a decision has to be made. Because what we have here is a group of incompetent, incapable people who they can't give you a directive. They can't say this is the way we're going, that is the way we're going. We heard about radar. Up to now, we cannot hear a decision from this government in regards to radar. Now we have heard that they're going to sign memorandum of understanding, and we know it's a lot of nonsense in this thing what they're calling about memorandum of understanding, and we'll get them to do this, and they'll send these documents to us, and they'll send that document to us, and so nonsense, we know that. But yet still, that is what they're claiming. But they're not telling us what's taking place in relation to this particular issue. Again, the U.S. Embassy today is sending out their warning. This is their Facebook page. And they're sending out their warning again to the countries in the region. And Bridgetown is specific to the OECS as well as Barbados. So we are having the issue now of we don't know where we're going to stand, because if you look at the list of folks that are in, the people that are here, the medical professionals that are here from Cuba, it's nearly half of the, well, maybe over half of the doctors are Cuban. And then we have the set that are Cuban trained. Now, they've not said to us, as far as we know, we don't know what they've said to the government of Grenada, because again, the government of Grenada does not provide information to us, the people of Grenada, regarding anything. So we don't know if the discussions that have taken place are that you have to downgrade people who were trained in Cuba. We don't know. We heard one regional prime minister speaking of the US telling them that they cannot have their people training in Cuba and so on. And then we saw the embassy coming out and saying they did not recently have that discussion. So in my view, if you say you didn't recently, you might have had the discussion a while ago. It may not be recent, but you may have had that discussion a while ago. Yeah? Because it says here, and I saw some people jumping up and saying, oh, you see, he went and he talking about that is not true. Learn to read. The United States has not recently talked to St. Lucia about international education and respects countries' sovereign decisions regarding the education of their citizens. Again, the key words here has not recently. Recently can mean last week or today. Recently could mean that, hey, the last time we speak to them was December last year. The last time we spoke to them was in September last year when we told them that. Yeah? So when it uses the words recently, it means that that discussion could have taken place before. It leaves the leeway that the average person understands that, hey, while that discussion has not taken place in the last week, it has not taken place today, it may not have taken place this month, it has taken place, but just not recently. So we are trying to understand now where Grenada is in this mix, because it means that we will be in a similar boat. Had it not been for a petition, not a Grenadian publication, had it not been for a St. Kitts publication putting out the information regarding Grenada's situation with the radar, none of us would have known, because the cabal, the gang, the criminal organization that is in charge of this country right now, yes, criminal organization that is in charge of this country right now, did not tell us anything and would have kept that quiet until whenever. Who knows what other secrets they are holding and refusing to tell us, the Grenadian people. And there was one thing about national security issues. There are certain things that at the cabinet level, at the government level, at the ministry level, there's certain information that you ought not to put in the public sphere because they are national security concerns. In this instance, that is not the case. That is definitely not the case. While yes, there are concerns, this is something that, a decision that the Grenadian people need to have a say in relation to. But again, they have not given the Grenadian people any of the information to be able to formulate a proper decision in relation to any of these things. So they sign an MOU because they're trying to buy time. Because you and I know the Dubai trip was to get money for the campaign, not for Grenada, for the campaign. You've seen all the trips back and forth to Dubai over the years. You've seen the trips back and forth in 2022, they started. 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, and now we are in 2026, and you see the Dubai trips continuing. What have they brought back for the people of Grenada? This is not when Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell or Honorable Gregory Bowen back in the day, when you hear they gone to Saudi Arabia and they come back, and you hear farm roads left, right, and center. Roads, in fact, not just farm roads. Roads left, right, and center. You hear 20 million, so you hear 40 million, so they ain't even leaving the airport. They're telling the media, meet us on the airport. And when they go down on the airport, they are telling the people of Grenada, hey, this is what we came back with. They ain't even go home to see their family. They're on the airport with the media, and they're telling the media, we met with so and so, and this is what Grenada is getting. We're getting the Eastern Main Road done. We're getting the Western Main Road done. Therefore, we're putting out the tenders for the contractors to do this. We have counterpart funding of $40 million in relation to this project. So when Dr. Mitchell, when Gregory Bowen, when the new National Party team traveled before, they came back with funds for something. The Prime Minister has now come back from Dubai. Who knows? That is probably 20th trip for all we know. But he has now come back from Dubai for the umpteenth time in the last 43 months. How much has Grenada benefited from his travels to Dubai? Can any of you point to one project and say that is a project that is as a result of the travels of the Prime Minister back and forth to Dubai? And remember, each of the trips to Dubai, you're talking at least 0.1 million. Yeah, 100,000. Yeah, 0.1 million. You're talking a pile of money for each of the trips. And remember, he doesn't travel light. He traveling with cameraman. He traveling with personal secretary. Yes, sometimes he carrying advisors with him as well. So about 3 or 4 unnecessary people to go to these trips. But he has to carry these people because he's incompetent. So he cannot hold the discussions and do what has to be done on his own. He's not Dr. Mitchell. Definitely, each and every day we learn even more that he's not Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. And he could never get to that stage anyway. Because you have to have a genuine love and care and concern for people to operate in the way that Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell used to operate. Well, not used to, he still operates. You have to have a genuine love and concern for people. Not a like for people when you're looking for their vote. Not I only like them when I need a vote from them. Not I only like them because election coming up, so I have to make it look like I like people and I'm doing things. No. That is the wrong way. Now, me ain't advising them. Me ain't advising them at all. Not at all. Yeah? And folks, one of the things I realize, we had, oh boy, and I don't have it here. Nice, well, I'll get it. Yeah. We have this situation where a lot of the workers who work either directly with the government of Grenada or who work with companies that have been contracted by the government of Grenada, security contractors, yeah, and other people providing services to the government of Grenada, who expect to be paid on the fortnightly basis, have not been paid. The blame, as usual, is being heaped in one direction, on the civil servants. I listened to Shaggy this morning. Well, Shaggy's program, Shaggy wasn't there, but I listened to the program this morning. And there was one of them pieces out there. Oh, it's amazing that as soon as election coming. So their mouthpiece, who is one of their call group, admits that elections are near. That's the first part of what they said. They actually admit that elections are near. But then they're saying, how all of a sudden people are having problems getting paid? No, dear. People have been having problems to get their money for the entire duration of this NDC administration. The entire time that this NDC has been there, people have been having problems to get their money. So it is not only now. Yeah? And then is the blame game that it does play. When you're having the late payments, it is the blame game that does play when that is taking place. Let me play something for you here. This was the Minister of Finance. I'm trying to remember if it was last year or year before. And he was talking to a specific issue. I want you all to listen to the issue that he was talking about.
Another thing I wanted to point out, because you'd hear it outside also, is that, oh, well, we didn't get paid on time and there's delays in payment and so on. I'm saying that. From the Ministry of Finance standpoint, we want to encourage the finance officers in the various ministries and departments. Do your work and do it on time. If you know something has to happen, don't wait until the 99th hour and then push the blame on the Ministry of Finance, because we have an obligation to verify the information, make sure it is cross-checked before we could print a check. But if, for example, a staff member has an increase in salary to get, and it's coming from the ministry of, let's say, X or Y, and it gets to the treasury and so on, and that increase is not on top of that and so on, the person may get a short payment, but it's not the Ministry of Finance that pay you short. It's what we get from your ministry and so on, and we verified it, we paid it. So I'm appealing to our finance officers or permanent secretaries who are the so-called persons that need to make sure they verify that everything that goes from the ministry to the Ministry of Finance is done properly and is without errors. And those persons who are still out there skylarking, I would say, because you need to make sure that you do your work. And if you didn't do your work on time, don't blame the ministry at the end of it, because so many times I've been calling my PS and the accountant general to verify this and verify that. Sometimes it's not really in the treasury as yet.
Yeah, because in December, I know you had issues with some individuals complaining that they did not get their wages on time.
Yes, but just imagine.
You're saying it's simply because officers did not complete their paperwork in time.
And again, that's not this year. That's not even last year. That is, if I remember correctly, that's 2024. So it is not a new thing with this government that they can't pay people. And right now, it's bad. I'm hearing of several security officers. Now remember, the security people that are not being paid, these are people that they have contracted individuals with security companies who have to be paid by the government to pay these people. When those individuals are not paid, because of the cash flow, the way the cash is flowing in and out, they don't have the money to pay their workers. So the workers complaining that they haven't been paid. You have nurses that are complaining that they have not been paid. Some for several months have not been paid. Others have not gotten the money in the proper sense. They have not, and let's take this call, they have not gotten the money that they're supposed to get. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon Scott. Happy Independence.
Same to you, my dear.
You're talking. Yeah. Sheldon, watch. I could testify with people that borrow little money from me, Camille. I don't have much. You have people who take little things from me. And it's three but night they don't get paid. Mr. Conroy, them is wicked people. Up to this evening, one of the lady passed. She don't have money, they don't pay her. She start going to tell her. Them evil, I don't like all you. Because when you don't pay them, I suffer too. Look at me condition. I have me rent to pay. I have to pay me water bill, I have to pay me light bill, I have to pay me cable bill. Even that I get help from friends. I need me money. I have a family member, God knows the truth. They don't give the boy money. They don't give the boy money. And the man just isolate himself in the house. Like, don't get him money. Are you bad mind? Are you the NDC supporters? Mr. Carroll, say you ugly? I don't like all you. All you wicked. All you don't care what people think.
Gabby, you could call the man ugly. Oh.
Ugly man, he ugly. He's an ugly man.
Oh, God,
Watch.
Gabby. Hey.
Let me tell you something.
Gabby, you have no behavior.
Listen to me. I work with Mr. Andrew Jeros Calling Chotai. That is one NDC supporter. He pass all the time. Good night, Mr. Lennox
Andrew, yeah, toes, yeah.
I work with that man in the Ministry of Finance.
Yeah, he ain't go pass you. He ain't go pass your street. That one thing with toes.
No, he just come right by me. He just come right in my shop. He just passed and asked me how his business. I just tell him what to tell him. Up to this evening, he passed and he come and he asked me how business. I said, well, how business? I don't pay people and I can't get me money. And anything he have, he just give me. And I just don't like how some people just come down on him. Because since I know that man,
he if you want to put that business, yeah.
I just teach him, I said, I will come boy. I said, I will boy, you most put it on sure. You know, the commission them is wicked people. And the other of them wicked. They're wicked. All you can't hurt in people. All you party alone could run for election. You must get competition. Okay, Grenadian people vote for you. You in power. Help the people. All you have money, say all you have money. I don't like all that. You can't do me nothing, you know. Anytime anyone of you attack me, I'm busting on you, bum. Can't know a lot of you, little children.
Let me hope things don't get to that level. Let's hope things don't get to that level.
I know how you do. I know how you do, little children. Little children, are you troubling? So don't attack me no time. They're wicked. Sheldon, if they pay the people, they will come and pay me. And I could do what I have to do. Right now I'm suffering. I could not have buy no medication today. And I just go down in the terminal in pain. And every day I help somebody. Every day. If I like, Papa God, take me now. Every day I have people I have to feed. He has some young guys. I have to buy something for them to eat. Every day. And I don't have much. I want to say good night to my friend. Miss Pascal in Canada. Good night, Patty and Matthew. All you know that is our eyes. My friends. All you know when I'm ready, I don't say what to say. And Sheldon, the friend in Grenville, she left something for you, eh?
Okay.
And me and you go tie up, you know.
Oh God, no, I really couldn't meet in tongue today. I really couldn't meet in tongue today. I don't like that.
We are Grenadians. They separate. Grenadians divided, you know. We divided in this country, you know. Oh boy. First time in my life as a Grenadian, I experienced what a secret happening. And are you lying? One lady say she dressed up nice. Julian talking to her. She said, well, you don't have money. You don't have money, people can't buy nothing.
I saw that one. I saw the lady.
Mr. Dick Mitchell, as the Prime Minister, they try and do better. Find the money to pay the poor people that teaching the road. The people that in the drain, that's poor people. They need their little money to buy food, to feed their children, and to pay their little bill. I listened to you last night talking about spending money on rent. And you did a place in Monroe there. Well, I school children say that place the Sheldon is Soka Boka. I don't know. School children say that.
Yeah, well, we go find out. You know, school children does nothing, so we go find out.
But I tell you, that's what I hear school children say. It's sad to see what's going on in this country. And all you have to do better. Otherwise, I go always call all your name. I will always call your name, Mr. Prime Minister. I'm planning to go in the park tomorrow and ball you out, and tell you how people survive, And I don't like that. We all have to eat and drink.
Yep.
It's wrong. And then all they run to church. A lot of all they run to church. When now you are glass in the blood church stone. Even said I supporting NNP. Under NNP, people used to get a little money. Dr. Kit used to pay Oli. I don't want to give him that credit. He used to pay Oli. The seed money used to pay Oli. Nobody was crying out. This morning, if I lie, me neighbor right by me here, tell me he crossing in the road. I say, what do you? He tell me, he don't get his seed money. And that the man can't walk. He walking with a sick, he dragging his leg. He have a slight stroke. All you so kind people, and now you trying to bribe because the election is close. And I mean what I say. Anytime, anyone of them, NDC, people come in my yard and showing me that player tracker and her, there you put me in the jail. I must come out.
Again, we encourage you not to. Just tell them politely, please leave.
It's the Nawasa people and the male people, but no activists under the NDC coming in my yard. I mean what I say, so help me God.
Yes, indeed.
All you suffering people, and I don't like that. Because when somebody come by me, I give away all milk yam. I don't sell. I give it away because the people come and they don't have money and they sit down there, they won't go. And I want to go home. But my conscience beats me because I know they don't have. A little bad mind. And I want Papa God to make you lose that damn election. I want Papa God to work and put all you to rest. Tonight again I watch Mr. Keto. And I just turn off my TV. I turn off my TV. Keto, the Adventist man, the speaker in the house. I don't want to listen to these people. They don't have no love for nobody. They don't have love for Grenadians. And those in America, write anything about me. You will see how called Alan Trump. Sheldon don't laugh, Ask Peter David. Ask Peter David who I work with. And he's 59 and Lexington Avenue. I call him Miss Taylor. I call him Miss Charlie Taylor and Aaron Taylor. I calling them. Anyone all you writing. Let it deal with all you.
All right, Gabby.
Good night, Grenada.
And happy independence. All right, Gabby. You have a good one. Later.
You
all right. Yes, indeed, folks. And we'll be taking the calls in a short. Can we mention something? I wonder if it's this she talking about. I wonder if it's this thing.
Brooches? In November, I plan to do my independence. And I said this year, I'm going special. Spices are selling, food are selling because you have no money. So I don't know what's going on. We have to do something about that.
Yeah, spices those selling, food those selling, they have to do something about that. I mean, the lady say how it go. She say how it go. She's a proud Grenadian, but the facts are the facts. Yeah, the facts are the facts. But you see, people ain't get, look, I get a message there, they tell the crew up in St. Andrew, they tell them, let me see, let me phone open, not phone, what am to you? You got, okay, you need me ugly face, right, nice, cool. Yeah, they tell the crew up there, what they tell them? They tell the pavement crew gang in Grenville that a truck coming up and drop the money today. Up till now, they don't see truck, they don't see money. They ain't even see a tire. Yeah? All the time the money coming in the post office, these people have their families to feed. And that is true because I know some of these people personally. They have their family to feed. So they tell them, a truck coming up and drop the money. So maybe it's a lot of money, but a whole truck coming up to drop the money. So they up there waiting. No money ain't coming. These are the people that promise you that they would never pay late, you know. These are the people that promise you that they will never pay late. Remember?
Too much about empty treasury. We in the NDC, we have the exposure. We have had the exposure. Good? And we know what to do to find money, to look after the needs of our people.
Oh yeah? Okay, we hear you. Remember, that was him before the election when he was seeking to become an MP. Yes, him toes. And in my view, toes, if you have something against wearing ties, just don't wear them. Yeah? It's like you want to dress like Superman and you decide, okay, I'm going to wear my boxers outside my pants. That is not the proper way to wear it. Yeah? Next thing everybody decide to go in parliament and thing and they put in the boxers over the pants. It makes no sense wearing it if you're going to wear it the wrong way. Just change your way you dress. But anyway, that's all you. But anyway, back to what you're saying there. All ain't go pay late, right? Nice. Okay, all ain't go pay. That's what you're saying before election.
And as I have the mic, let me say, as we go around the country and we speak to our people, that's a topic that they always say to us, we go pay salary late and we don't know how to run a country. Tell them that we say we know how to run a country and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late. Run a country and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late. Run a country and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late. All right? Run a country and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late.
They're the same people that paying salary late right now, and they want to blame everybody except the fact that they broke and they don't know what to do. You're broke and you don't know what to do. Just admit that now, you. Yeah?
Tell them that affirmatively. We're not going to pay salary late and we know how to run a country. Tell them that affirmatively. We're not going to pay salary late and we know how to run a country.
Yeah, they know how to, yeah, right? And then when they get in office, there's the kind of thing we start to hear now.
And there's delays in payment and so on. I'm saying that. From the Ministry of Finance standpoint, we want to encourage the finance officers in the various ministries and departments. Do your work and do it on time. If you know something has to happen, don't wait until the 99th hour.
That cannot be the excuse why people ain't getting paid 2 months, 3 months. You're telling me a finance officer not doing the documentation to pay somebody 2 and 3 months, and you're blaming the finance officer. No, I'm blaming you because you is the boss. You're supposed to make sure that the payment is made and the payment is made in a proper timing. You could blame the finance officer. What is that?
The blame on the Ministry of Finance because we have an obligation to verify the information, make sure it is cross-checked before we can print a check. But if, for example, staff...
All you broke. And folks, that is not this year. That is not this year. That is about 2 years ago. You was hearing this thing about. So don't come with this thing now about, oh, they trying to sabotage all you and with the late payment and all kind of thing. You all had a problem when it came to payment for a while now. For the whole period of time that you all have been in office, you all have been paying people late. Yeah?
I heard the president of the trade union movement. Not heard. Somebody sent me a post that the president of the trade union movement put on his Facebook page, complaining about late payment. Well, there was a post, and I think he was also on.
But Madam AG, we're not supposed to be having no post about late payment because all you will not pay people late. That was a promise. All you know how to run country, or maybe ruin country. All you know how to run country, and all you will not be paying late. We're not supposed to be having any discussion about late payments, and you know in the Ministry of Finance, I don't know how you're reaching that, but let me hear you anyway.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip on MTV as well. So what I would like to say to the leadership of the trade union movement is that, and it's a matter that came up. It's a matter that came up during the minimum wages consultation, the question of productivity and giving a fair day's work for a fair day's pay.
So again, putting the blame back on the workers. It's not the workers that are to go and make the money, and this all you're supposed to be bringing the money back. Is all you're supposed to be doing things and setting up different things to boost the economy, to make the money so that the workers wouldn't have a problem getting paid. But all you can't manage it. Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell and the NNP came in 2013 and were able to manage the economy properly. So you didn't have this thing about late payment every time, late payment, who ain't getting paid for how much months and all kind of thing. You didn't have this kind of nonsense taking place. But under you all now, all you get, let me move she face because it's into facing two yeah, that facing two, yeah. But again, excuses and placing the blame now on the workers. So they blame the workers in 2022. They come back and blame them in 2023, 2024, 2025. And now in 2026, are you still blaming the workers? Then I'm blaming all you because you should have shifted them into something else if they were not capable of doing the job that they had to do, because it was being done during the period of the NNP. So it means that they are capable people to do the job. So it's either all you move the capable people and all you put incapable people to do the job that the capable people under the NNP was doing. Either all you get rid of them, fire them, run them, chase them, whatever it is, and all you put incapable people to do the job. Yeah? Or that the leadership of those people, the people who are guiding those people to make sure that they do their job effectively, is not there. Or in the third, which is the one I think is the most likely, all you broke. That is why all you had to hound down different people and all you broke. But all you have a government minister sit down in all your midst that, oh, over $3 million. All you have a prime minister that has wasted $1,032,000 so far on renting when there are government facilities available for his use. So don't come to the people and blame them in the ministries. All you that wasting the money. All you is the ones that go and spend how much thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Who know if it's over $1 million. All you went and spend how much money to go and buy these vehicles to joke, saltfish and pigtail. It's not we that do that. Don't blame the workers in the ministry for that. It's you all incompetence. Health centers, people can't get high blood pressure medication. They can't get diabetic medication. Go and buy in the pharmacy. We don't have. Well, I mean, they don't have. So they don't have down in the store. No, storeroom empty. They don't have. So the storeroom empty. The health center empty. But all you find money to buy van to get Andy to go and joke saltfish, cheese and pigtail. And then all you want to go and blame the public. How the public servants didn't have problems. How all you had no problems finding the money to buy those vehicles. How come the public servants who had to process the money for you all to purchase those vehicles did not have a problem in processing the monies for for you all to get those vehicles. How come no cabinet minister is complaining that the salary late? All you're getting paid right after pensioners. Pensioners then all you. That is how it goes, pensioners just get the money first and then everybody else. So pensioners getting the money. All you're getting the money, and don't think like if them is the one paying pensioners. The government of Grenada been paying pensioners ever since. So it's not them that come in and give pensioners nothing. We go deal with the pension thing again soon. Because I realize some all is still tie up on this pension thing. So we're going to deal with that soon. And yes, the phone lines are open. Let me just make sure I leave the line open so I can hear when somebody's trying to call. Nice, right? Yeah. So the pensioners get the money. The government ministers getting the money. Come the 27th of the month, the government ministers get the money already, The 10,000 so and the 15,000 so and them kind of thing. They get their money. By the 27th of the month, they are getting their salaries. They're making sure. How come people processing payments don't have a problem with all you getting all your money? How come the people processing payments don't have a problem when all you have to get money for something for you all? It wasn't a problem to have money processed from Lotto for all you to go and do what all you do Christmas time. It wasn't a problem then. But it's a problem now. When the road workers, the pavement crew are to get their money, is a problem. The security officers working through the different people that all your friends, that all you take and make set up security companies and give them contract all over. Yeah? Now all you ain't paying them, so they can't pay the workers who have to go home to the children. They can't even meet cricks. Not even cricks and sardines some of them could eat. And me, a man doesn't want to see cricks or doesn't want to see sardines since after Ivan. But cricks or sardines they can't even get. On the price high too, they do have the money. You all do, but it's just the excuses. They promised that this would not happen. It was not the NNP. They were the ones that came to you, the Grenadian people, and promised we would not pay late. They were the ones that made that promise.
Too much about empty treasury. We in the NDC, we have the exposure. We have had the exposure. Good. And we know what to do to find money, to look after the needs of our people.
Just remember, these are the people that gave themselves a $2,000 increase as soon as they came in. And then right after the $2,000 increase they gave themselves just as they come in, they go now and they raise the overall salary on top of that. So they are working for thousands of dollars more than any government minister under the NNP was working for. I remember these people taking home over 10 grand each. They are taking home more money for so plus they have other sources of income from what we're hearing, but we will get to that one of these days soon.
And as I have the mic, let me say, as we go around the country and we speak to our people, that's a topic that they always say to us, we go pay salary late and we don't know how to run a country. Tell them that we say we know how to run a country and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late. All right? Tell them that affirmatively. We're not going to pay salary late and we know how to run a country. So don't worry your head too much about.
Just remember that's the thing at what hour get the date, man. Don't worry, you go tell people nice, yeah. You know, I like to give only the exact date of certain things. Yeah? That's the same people. That is the same people. They're trying to fool people now. I see they come out with some what they call it? They come out with they came out with a poll. So I don't know what kind of poll is that they come out with. They say they come out with a poll. Let me take this call and then we'll get back to the thing. Hello, good night. Oops. Hello, good night.
Sheldon.
Hi.
You must give me a request what it meant, please.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Tell the nation, because you have a lot of visitors in Grenada, local corn flour and cocoa.
Okay.
cocoa and local corn flour.
Especially for that
So, yeah.
especially for the cold weather, they need to pass by you and get the cocoa.
Yes, so they go buy, yes, please. I'm sorry to call back, but I need a little
No
thing
problem.
to make a little money
I
from
know
money.
I know if your call back is something like that, so no problem.
Yes,
All right.
cocoa and local corn flour.
All right, no problem, Kiami. You have a good one.
Thanks.
All right. Yes, folks. So Kiami had the cocoa. Before you go back past by Kiami and get your cocoa, you hear up there only making coal every 2 minutes. Up there making coal. Yeah? Every minute up there making coal. So it's not you can't upset with people after you all are the ones that came to people and tell them that you would not pay late. You can't expect that they will be okay with the fact that you're paying late. Like it's just within the genetics of the NDC as a political organization. There's a specific code to their DNA in their genetics that does always happen when they're in office. Because they're incompetent. They are incompetent. So I was telling you all, I see they come out with Paul talking all kind of nonsense. Talking about who go beat who and who go nonsense. But I'll tell you something. If you do a poll among NDC members, NDC will always be winning, ain't it? But if you do it around the general public and everybody, you will realize where's the realistic situation. And without going into the details of the nonsense they put out there, because I don't believe that we have to go into that nonsense and that kind of thing. When you see some of the areas that they're giving certain figures for, you know these people and them had to be drinking ganja tea. They can't be normal people. They had to be drinking ganja tea, man. Nah. They had to be drinking the ganja tea.
This wholeheartedly. In fact, I've been waiting for this for a while so that I can exercise my rights and cultivate my own hub. Yeah, I need much. Only 4 trees is acceptable for me because Madam President, from time to time, uses the hub for my tea. And I mean, when I use it...
No, we know why he does talk the nonsense he does talk. Yeah, he does. Yeah, all right, yeah. We know some people that does raise your creative ability, but he think it does just make him talk shippiness, yeah.
And for my tea. And I mean, when I use it, I feel so energetic.
Yeah, I've never drank ganja tea, but I once ate some cookies that had it in it. And I could tell you that ingesting ganja don't ever make anybody that I've ever known. I grew up next to this thing in Trinidad and in Grenada. I've seen it. I've never known anybody to ingest it and become energetic. They become the exact opposite of that. So I don't know. Maybe he hook up different. I don't know. He drink it and he get energetic. Where, Papa? Yeah.
And I mean, when I use it, I feel so energetic and so on. Unfortunately, I don't have any inside here because...
Oh, unfortunately, so you're supposed to bring it inside there? You want to bring it in the parliament of the country? Okay, all right. But you and I know. Those are you that know. Those are you that hang out. Those are you that lime in the ghetto and so on. You know that. You ain't drinking no ganja tea and get energetic. That ain't taking place. We know that. Yeah? But the same token, we have to understand something there too. Their legislation speaks of medicinal use. Yeah? They openly said on several occasions that they're not speaking about recreational use. What he's speaking about there is more recreational use, because if you're using it to feel energetic, which is false, but if you're using it to feel energetic, that is not medicinal. That is recreational, which the bill does not speak to. It speaks to non-recreational use. Maybe they drink some before you went inside it. That's why you're talking nonsense. I understand. I know men to drink it and not talk nonsense by any case, because it absorbs into your bloodstream faster if you drink it, because it goes through the lining of the stomach and gets into your bloodstream faster. Yeah? So they say if you eat it or you drink it, it gets into your bloodstream faster. I remember my father lifelong smoker, and when he was dying with prostate cancer, and I know he was in a lot of pain in the final few months and so on, they gave him some ganja tea. Yeah, that's in Trinidad, not here. You can take me on that. They gave him some ganja tea to drink, and he drank it and sleep the whole night. Into late the next morning, man, we had to go and check. Man said that was the best night's sleep he get because he was having the pain because of the prostate cancer. It was in the late stages, and he was having a lot of pain because of it. And he drank some of that dress it. Yeah, that is medicinal use in relation to it. And you see what it do? It put him to sleep. He went and sleep. So don't come with this kind of, if all you had to go and talk, at least research what you're going and talk about now, especially if all you no fellas just use the thing or ever use it. At least research. But you see, again, it's to bamboozle people. Aha locks, so he's a Rasta man, so he does that, yeah boy, I just think the ganja and all kind of thing. No. Be honest and straight with people. Be honest and straight with people. That is not being honest and straight with people. He is telling people, go in and beat NNP in St. Mark. He is the one that's saying, go in and take away St. Mark from NNP. By joke this guy making. Joke this guy making. And they're talking about one go beat with political leader. The same guy that was involved in trying to bring this
GBN
to our
was informed
schools.
that government plans to push a new health and family life education curriculum from September that caters for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community. GBN reached out to President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, who said his union and the teachers they represent will in no way agree to reach any form of the LGBTQ curriculum in schools across the island. While there's been no official talks with the government or officials from the Ministry of Education on this topic, Bartholomew said the teachers have brought to his attention plans to include this form of education in schools. He claimed that this information was disclosed to teachers during a recent workshop.
I've been hearing talk about it with other teachers.
When you're listening to this, just remember who is the Minister of Education. The same person that said they're going and beat who? And said, yes, David Andrew. This is what was attempted under him. This is not a report from during the period of the NNP. This is a report from during the period of the NDC. This is what they were trying to include in the curriculum for our children. And if the teachers themselves didn't stand up against it, and the parents didn't kick hell against it, it would have been on the curriculum right now.
There was a workshop in Grenada with the CTF and other persons, and what would have happened, teachers would have listened to that and hear something about the same issue or topic that you were talking about through discussion and presentation. And based on discussions and what I heard with some teachers, what they expressed, they were really, really mad. And I think that teachers, what you're hearing there, that is not our lifestyle and such, and is a bit strange and unfortunate, and teachers did really speak out about it. So I only heard about that from the teachers who were in the workshop, and that did not go down well with them.
The union leader said the present administration should not be pressured by any international organization to incorporate LGBTQ teaching in the school's curriculum, since it is against the morals and values of Grenada and its people.
Here from the Grenada Union of Teachers and from me as the president of the Grenada Union of Teachers who represent our members as teachers, this is a no-no for us. So we put it on notice to the Ministry of Education, the Minister for Education, and the government of Grenada that we draw the line when it comes to that, and we say no to that in our schools. We say no to that, and teachers are saying no to that.
Echoing the same sentiments is Bishop Devon Roche, Vice Chair of the Evangelical Arms of the Caribbean. He said this is against all that Grenada and its people stands for and should not be considered.
The school system are to equip persons to be productive, producing citizens in our society. That is the primary focus of what the school system is supposed to do. So when we start introducing...
Just remember, it's the same candidate that NDC have up in St. Andrew Southeast that tried to put that in the school system in Grenada for your children and your grandchildren. And I want the people of St. Andrew Southeast to remember, because sometimes we just forget. So tonight, the way we're going back is reminding you of some of the things that they say, and reminding you of some of the things that they attempted. and had nothing been said, it would have been on the curriculum and your children would have been going to school and learning this right now. That is what that Minister of Education attempted to do, and when the fire turned in his tail, he come and pull it back. But that was the full intention of David Andrew and the NDC administration to place this in the school system here in Grenada.
School system that doesn't equip you to be a productive citizen. It caused me to wonder, why do we have a school system? Is it to indoctrinate our people? And as a pastor within the society, I push back strongly against it. As a parent, I am saying that I will not accept it. I will not accept my children being taught this in any school system under any circumstances.
The pastor is calling on the Minister of Education not to be silent on the matter, but to clear the air on this sensitive issue.
And therefore, I will use this forum to also call on the minister to make a statement concerning this matter, to clarify what is happening. But it's only the Ministry of Education that could reassure us that no such agenda will be accepted at any time in Grenada, that this would not be part of the school curriculum. And outside of that some of the books that we've seen circulating in other Caribbean countries as a direct disrespect to our people will not be accepted here.
It has been more than a week since GBN has been attempting to obtain an interview with the Minister of Education on the issue.
Yeah, that is when he was hiding, trying to come up with a lie. You understand? So he hid for a week from GBN.
But efforts have proven unsuccessful. As it stands,
just remember, folks, that is the same person, the same Dave Andrew that they have up in St. Andrew Southeast that they say go beat the political leader, the NNP. The same man that tried to put that in the school system in Grenada.
Legal in Grenada under the Grenada Criminal Code, Section 431.
Yeah, well, we know all of that. Nice, yeah. That's the same individual. Come in and beat who? Come in and beat who? Feel we forget you? You maybe feel we forget you. Yeah, we ain't forget you, you know. Not because we doesn't call your name and say thing much, but don't feel we forget you. Yeah?
Nicely is when the conversation, as I said, I wasn't there, that's when I received the call stating, and the direction went down that basically male if you're a male, but you can feel otherwise, and if you're a female, you can feel otherwise and other. And I think teachers, knowing that we are a Christian-based society and that God, and that's the fabric and the basic of our society, felt in no way, if those things have to come in school and they have to teach that they would not do it. And I think that is what they express. So we are not certain with clarity.
Remember, it's Dave that tried to put that in your school. Same David Andrew that tried to put that in your school. Take it from the top.
But I think where the teachers didn't take it nicely is when the conversation, as I said, I wasn't there, that's when I received the call stating, and the direction went down that basically male if you're a male, but you can feel otherwise, and if you're a female, you can feel otherwise and other. And I think teachers, knowing that we are a Christian-based society and that God, and that's the fabric and the basic of our society, felt in no way, if those things have to come in school and they have to teach that they would not do it. And I think that is what they express. So we are not certain with clarity that this government had any intention. I did receive a call from the Minister for Education. I was abroad, I was away, and he did plan for a meeting for us to meet. We were not able to meet as yet, probably sometime next week.
That is when he had to duck, he had to try and find excuse, because their full intention was to put it into the school system in Grenada. We ain't forget you. We ain't forget you, Papa. We don't forget you. Yeah? Others may have forgotten. I ain't forget. Yeah? Then you went in Parliament to try and give an excuse. Yeah, here excuse in Parliament. Here Lasha excuse.
There has been lots of chatter about the government allegedly having a plan to introduce...
Not allegedly. All you had a plan. Don't come with allegedly. Take that word out from the all you had a plan. You and your crew had a plan. Because why would you have a training session for teachers in relation to something that you have no intention of teaching in the school system? Next thing, they're teaching people, children, how to become terrorists, narco-terrorists, or they're teaching them how to what do you call it again? To go and make all kind of amphetamines and so on.
curriculum in school come September. I struggle to understand that for a number of reasons, because I don't understand what an LGBTQ curriculum is. Yeah, thank you. I don't understand what an LGBTQ curriculum is, so I struggled to even conceptualize what was being thought when people saying the minister is hiding.
You was hiding. A whole week GBN said they was trying to find you and you was hiding. You was coming up with the lie. So don't try that.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. I probably beg for 2 minutes just to bring this matter to closure.
You have a maximum of 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam President.
No more.
But I want to put it on record. Despite that, I want to make it categorically clear to this honorable House that the Ministry of Education, the government, we have no plan to change the curriculum, neither to introduce any, well, I don't even know what the LGBTQ curriculum is, but that I'm struggling with that. But we have no plan to introduce any such curriculum.
Now remember, folks, this is the Minister of Education talking. A training session was held with teachers. The teachers who are teachers, not in just the private schools, and the teachers under the Ministry of Education. A training session was held with them where they went into different aspects of that are going to be applied to the curriculum here in Grenada. And the minister is claiming that he don't know what that is. So he doesn't know what his people below him are doing. Then he need to be moved as a minister. My personal belief, and from all available evidence, they damn well know what they was trying to do. They couldn't get through with it because they get catch. The teachers and them rebel on them. They thought teachers supported NDC, so teachers go keep quiet. That is what they thought. And the teachers and them say, nah, that is a bridge too far. We ain't going down, no way. We ain't going down that road. And that is why they had to pull that one back. We ain't forget you. You might think we forget you. We ain't forget you. Yeah, just like we ain't forget when you talk about you have the thing to bring the seaweed, to deal with the seaweed. We ain't forget you. We remember you. Yeah, don't think we forget you. The phone lines are open earlier. I realize I missed one day. Okay, call back, caller. Yeah, I missed the phone call. Yeah. I know we're going past 10, you know. We're going past 10. We have to go past 10. Because we start a half hour late, so we have to take the half hour here on the other side. We start late. These are the people. Just remember the people who they're telling us about here. These are the same people that told us they stay in a press conference and they say they will not sign the Samoa agreement. Then they went and signed it. Then they come and try to give us an excuse afterwards. Remember the excuse, eh?
The first controversy came about because of, I wouldn't even call it a misunderstanding. A couple of Wednesdays ago, I was engaged at the Parliament in a meeting of the House Committee.
Right.
Prior to that, I had an engagement with the Chinese ambassador. And immediately following the House Committee meeting, the Prime Minister and I hosted a press conference.
Right.
So what happened then is that while I was engaged and virtually incommunicado for that period, our ambassador in Brussels had signed the agreement.
Right.
So in response to a reporter's question, I had said, no, we had not signed. That being based on knowledge and information I had up to that point. It transpired that I was wrong. I take full responsibility for that. There was nothing sinister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the throat is getting a little dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get some water.
Yeah, there was, sorry. Yeah. There was nothing sinister about that. It was just a question that I had not yet received.
Don't worry. We get a little bit of water. We just take.
And folks, you have to understand the nonsense in what the individual was just speaking there. No diplomat, no high commissioner, no ambassador, no whatever it is out there in the different embassies has the ability to sign any piece of paper, any document on behalf of the people of Grenada without first getting the permission from one of two people. Either the Minister of Foreign Affairs will relay the message to them that permission is granted to sign that MOU or sign that agreement, whatever it is, on behalf of the government and people of Grenada, or they may get that information from the Prime Minister. Most likely they'll get it through the minister, their line minister. So to tell people that it will not be signed, when it was signed already, had nothing to do with timing. It had to do with the fact that you lie. That is what it had to deal with. That is why he ended up choking. Because he lied. And he had to try to defend the lie and take the blame. He had to fall on his sword. No ambassador, no consul general, no high commissioner, none of these people could sign anything on behalf of the government of Grenada without permission. So you either hear it from the Prime Minister or your Minister of Foreign Affairs. Them two. No other minister can say, man, go ahead and sign the thing. No. They have to have the permission of the government of Grenada to sign. So it means that the ambassador at that point in time signed because he had the express permission of his superiors to sign. So when his superiors gave him permission to sign and then came afterwards to the Grenadian people and said, hey, we ain't go sign it until we clarify and all this kind of thing, they were lying to us. They already gave him permission to sign it. So there they were on a press conference telling people we wouldn't sign. Meanwhile, the man was passing La Chapelle in Brussels. And it didn't happen afterwards. It didn't happen that, oh, they had the press conference and then the man went and signed. The same individual speaking to you, they gave him permission. But as the man, they say, go in and win seat and all kind of thing. That is why right now we cannot trust them when it comes to this MOU that they're speaking about with the United States, because while they may say that they're putting the MOU out there for public, the public to view it and public consultation, they have provided absolutely no mechanism for you to air your views in relation to it to be taken into consideration. There is no portal, there is no email, there is nothing that has been put in place for you to be able to call and say, this is something we don't agree with. We have a caller online. Hello, good night. Go ahead, caller, you're live.
Hello, good night, Sheldon.
Hi, good night. Go right ahead, you're live.
Yeah, Sheldon, I coming up there and it was an topic concerning the MP for St. Victoria, where he was speaking in a lower house or
the upper house. The upper house, yeah. The upper house. He's not the MP. And hold on, he's not the MP, nor will he ever be the MP for Victoria. He is a senator from that area.
All right. So I'm glad for you correcting me. But anyway, I was listening to him concerning the drinking the weed tea. Mm-hmm. That man lying for you.
Of course he's
lying. That man lying for that. This weed thing, you can't just make weed tea. If he ever drink weed tea, something has to be wrong with him. There is too much substance to drink tea like that, weed tea. Because I could remember, Sheldon, I went up in Dabo with my partner and I never thing. So them fellas came with some cake and they say that we cake. And I go and I drink, I go and I eat a piece. Why if I tell you my fingertip, I eat piece of the cake because I don't really deal with it. You understand? Sheldon, when I eat that thing, I get so high, them big truck and they come in that and they fixing the road in Victoria. That was Janin time. Mm-hmm. They fixing the road and going up Victoria. The wall and thing in Bushes. Sheldon, I'm telling you, I try to move my foot and I can't move my foot. First I get high for this little piece of thing. You telling me drinking with tea? The men always try. Them gonna make the young people and them in Grenada get crazy in Grenada. Because when people listen to these people and them, tag them kind of thing, and they go and try, it's that mad people they bring in the place. They have to stop that. This weed talking about weed and that kind of thing. It don't make no sense. They don't even know what they're talking. They don't even know what they're talking about. They're just talking about things, telling you, and they don't even know what they're talking about, and that's bad. That's bad, brother. That's bad. Be honest with you, Sheldon. These people and them, you have to make sure that these people are out of this place, because they're turning this country upside down, Sheldon. From the Prime Minister go right back. Could you imagine you get a vehicle to serve the community, and you take it and use it as a personal vehicle to sell saltfish and cheese? The saltfish van, man. The saltfish van. I don't understand that. And in my Grenada government, you have Grenada government logo on it. You understand? I could see you take that van if the ambulance will come here and they bring some old people in the hospital as some kind of community development thing. But your personal use, taking a van, I don't understand them. I confused now. Shall I be honest with you? I confuse the way these people run in this country. And the people who are supposed to talk, like friends at the hut, Anselm Corden, all these people that used to run up the mouth and say all kind of thing. They're not demonstrating. They used to demonstrate for Port Louis. They thought Port Louis was coming and do the worst thing. And they make all kind of nice. And now in Port Louis, that area is the most beautiful place in Grenada. But all kind of stupidness taking place and corruption taking place. And they don't say nothing. Where these people are them? Oh God, Lord have mercy on our soul. Where is them? After all, man. Sheldon, God alone has to help us here. Everybody talking about cost of living high. When they go to the supermarket, the last time I go to the supermarket, the lady tell me $100 and something. Two little things I buy. I make the woman check over the about 5 times. And I was confused that can never be right. Something wrong with the machine. Oh my God, Lord, Sheldon, we're going down the wrong way. We're going down the wrong way. And the youths nowadays, I hope they don't take the same pattern of what is government. Because you see, the thing about it is now, is they have this thing about this young prime minister and this young prime minister. This is the man aligning the most in the country. Aligning a senior. Do you know that they don't send people in jail for lying? Sheldon, you could get yourself end up in jail for lying. Why they don't lock up the commissioner for lying? They're coming right in people's face and lying. You play the clip and they're saying that Diana too. And they play it over and over and they still convincing themselves. They never say that and they say it. God have more. Where NDC prayer warriors? Where NDC prayer warriors? Just imagine they have an independent church service. The Prime Minister in Dubai. Yeah? Where is the big celebrity NDC prayer warriors? Where them now to pray for Grenada? We're not going down. I work in for all these years and I never see things happen. All kind of stupid is going on, Sheldon. All kind of stupid is going on. I get fed up. Where I work right now, I want to retire. Honestly. Because too much stupid is going on. Sheldon, have a good night.
All right, brother. You have a good one. All right. Yes, indeed. Folks, I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you how we go. These people, you see, what they say in opposition and what they have done in government up to this point in time is two totally different things. Listen to this one. Listen to this particular one.
NDC therefore demands that there must be substantial changes to the CBI law now.
Imagine 3 very strong words there. Demands, must, and now. Let's get it again. 3 very strong emotive words there. Demand, yeah, and now. Let me hear it again.
NDC therefore demands.
Demands, right. Very strong word. So you demand that. You ain't asking for it. You demand it.
That there must be substantial.
Must. Not that there can be. Not that there should be. Not that there may be. Must be. Not a very strong word there.
To the CBI law now. These changes must include 1. Making it a criminal offense punishable by long jail time to sell diplomatic passports. 2. Making it mandatory for the names, addresses, and countries of origins of all persons applying for and obtaining CBI status to be published.
Just remember, the person talking there is now the Attorney General of Grenada. She made a very strong case of certain changes that must be made to the CBI. And up to this day, those changes have none of those things that she speak about. None. 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 N-O-N-E. None. You want to say it without the E? N-O-N. None. You want to say it like them that's in the convent? N-U-N? N-U-N. None. None of the changes have been made. None.
Making it illegal for government officials to invest in CBI-approved project.
She sits in a cabinet with 2 members who are CBI agents. The Prime Minister is a CBI agent and the Minister of Finance are CBI agents. This is the NDC before election. The bloody hypocrites. I could say that now. Them children go on and sleep.
Clear conflict of interest. 4. Requiring stringent due diligence that is not influenced by government officials.
Oh, not influenced by government officials. So like the Prime Minister going to Dubai to speak to investors in CBI. That is undue influence by government officials. Or the Minister of Finance, who is the person that is going to be providing the various incentives to developers under the CBI, also being an agent, a local agent under the CBI program. Those kind of conflict of interest you're talking about, right? You hypocrite.
Removing some of the powers of the minister into the hands of an independent, qualified body. And 6, barring persons acquiring CBI status from being able to vote in our elections.
Not a single one, folks. Not a single one of the recommendations she made there has she made any attempt to fix. But hold on, let me show you all something here one time. Yeah, let me just pull up. Where is it? Where is it? Where did you go? Nice, right. You're over here, so. Nice, nice. She's the Attorney General. This is the Constitution of Grenada. So let's see what her job is. There shall be an Attorney General who shall be the principal legal advisor to the government of Grenada. That's the same person who just talking there. She is the principal legal advisor to the government of Grenada. The office of Attorney General shall be either a public office or the office of a minister. So in other words, you don't have to be a government minister to be the Attorney General of Grenada. So you don't have to be in the Senate or in the House of Representatives to be the Attorney General. You could take any legal representative out there and make them the Attorney General, and that person therefore has to sit in cabinet as well. Yeah? So at any time when the office of Attorney General is a public office, the same person may, if qualified, be appointed in accordance with the provisions of Chapter that's chapter 6 of the Constitution, to hold or act in the office of Attorney General and the office of Director of Public Prosecutions. Yes, so they could also be the DPP at the same time, right? And it goes over to explain what they can do according to the different sections of the Constitution. But this is a person that has had the power for the last 43 months. 43 months to make the same changes she was saying need to be made to the Constitution of Grenada. That is the same person that was saying that those changes... We have a caller online. Let's go back to the phone line. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Sheldon.
Hi, yes. Listen to the phone line. Listen to the phone line when you call, Papa. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah.
Brief, because you just had a while, so brief, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm looking at I'm looking at Mr. Tilman Thomas, the former Prime Minister. I'm looking at him there, and I was like wondering if he doesn't listen to the program, I doesn't listen to what taking place, because he was a man of transparency and accountability. Are we still there? Had the stats about transparency and accountability. Tilman Thomas have the same kind of attitude towards these words? Because a lot of things happen in this country.
As I said, you just had a long time, so you can't stay longer because we just have 15 minutes remaining. Yeah.
You must try and get Tilman Thomas' number.
No, I have no interest in speaking to hypocrite people, and he's a hypocrite. I personally, he could go somewhere else and talk. I have no interest in speaking to that hypocrite.
Okay, then.
Yeah. All right, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, you know me, I straight up, nothing to hide here. He's a hypocrite in my book, and I have no interest in speaking to him. Yeah? Because these are the things that these people said to you before the campaign. She knew everything that had to change with the CBI program. She knew everything that had to change. Now she's the person, the chief legal advisor. In fact, there is nobody more qualified than her in the cabinet right now, outside of the Prime Minister, who happens to be a CBI agent, to make recommendations to the legal drafting committee to make all those changes to the CBI program that she just said. Put out the name and the address and all the information regarding all the people who apply for CBI. Did she make those changes? No. 43 months. 43? Is about 43? Yeah. No change. Zero in relation to that particular issue. Put a law in place so you could avoid undue influence on the process by members of the government. Not a change, because she can't do it. She does not have the testicular or gastrointestinal fortitude to stand up to them and say, this is what we were saying before they enter we party. This is what we were saying needs to be done. She can't stand up to them and say it. She's a coward. So they can't do it. That was her before election. She knew everything that had to be done. And she is not the Minister of Housing. She is not the Minister of Sports. She is not the Minister of Agriculture. She's the Minister of Legal Affairs. So the legal drafting unit of the government of Grenada is under her ministry. She could direct them and tell them this is what we want done, and they had to do it. We have a call online. Go right ahead.
Well,
caller.
hello. Good night, Mr. Scott. How are you doing?
I'm good, bro. You go right ahead.
The first thing I'm going to share with you, keep in mind that the Attorney General does not make laws. The Attorney General is the one that enforces the laws.
No. Hold on. She's Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs. Directly under she can. Directly under her. Listen to me.
She has to bring it to a bill to the House.
Listen to me.
It has to go through the Senate to become a law.
Listen to me. What I'm saying here is that as Attorney General, in this case, and as Minister of Legal Affairs, under her is the legal drafting unit. Now she can go to the legal drafting unit Monday morning.
Suggestions.
and tell, not suggestions, she gives them an order. We need this law drafted. It is up to them now to look at the laws around the region and to take into context what she wants, put that together, and come up with an act for Grenada that then goes to cabinet. Cabinet approves, yes, we want to pass this into law, and then it is passed into law. She refuses to do it.
Right. But she herself cannot do it on her own. She has to take it through the House, and she has to take it through
you still not
the Senate.
understand. I've been through the system, my brother. You're still not understanding what I'm saying.
I understand it well, and I follow Grenada Constitution just the same. But it's
not just the Constitution. I was actually in Parliament, so I know what I'm saying.
Right.
She has the power as the Attorney General to go to the legal drafting unit and as Minister of Legal Affairs on both instances to go to the people with the same information she was given when she was in opposition. She can go to them and say, put this in place, and then we will take it to Parliament.
Right. I understand that part of it. But she herself cannot take it to write a law herself. She still has to get it approved by the House and by the Senate.
Yeah, but she is not doing that. She has not even attempted to do that, and that's the point I'm making. She has not even attempted to make the change.
That she have to make the recommendations for it to happen, but she's not making the recommendations.
No.
Okay. And earlier tonight, you was also speaking on the situation with the fisheries and what's going on with Cuba and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But keep in mind, okay, what happened to Venezuela? Venezuela been under sanctions for years before it happened to them. And this is the same thing that Grenada doesn't understand, that they are under sanctions right now. And if they don't change their ways and attitudes, what happened in Venezuela could very well happen in Grenada. And Venezuela had an army and all kind of stuff, and look what happened to them. So again, we have to stop, and this government of Grenada have to pay attention to what's going on, because that guy that's in, with Trump there, Marco Rubio, he's the one that bringing up all these crazy thoughts, and especially what's going on with Cuba, because his family is from Cuba. And now Trump is even talking about trying to make him president of Cuba if they invade Cuba.
Well, you'll understand that a former U.S. administration's focus was always in not as much in Latin America and the Caribbean. Their focus was mainly over in the Middle East and sometimes in Asia. And from time to time, they would focus on different parts of Africa according to if it was useful to their agenda. You'd recognize that this U.S. administration, especially with Marco Rubio being a Cuban expat, has a heavy focus on Latin America and the Caribbean, which is why we find ourselves in the crosshairs of a lot of things that otherwise, under different administrations, they couldn't tell you where Grenada was. You tell them Grenada, they didn't even know where Grenada was, but they are laser focused now on the Caribbean. And that's why we've been featuring prominently from day one. Grenada has been featuring prominently in the line of fire.
Right. And they're laser focus right now on Cuba because, they're trying to change the whole regime in Cuba, just like they did in Venezuela. So it's crazy what's going on. Mm-hmm. So anybody that have any association with Cuba, look at what they showed you today, what's going on in Cuba. In Cuba today, they only have about 6 hours of electrical power. And at night, the whole place is dark. People, it's terrible. So even all our students that's there right now is going through all those sanctions. They be part of,
But you see, our Minister of Foreign Affairs is too busy planning trips to the Prime Minister to go to Dubai and lying about signing MOUs and so on to focus on the difficult situation that Grenadian students have found themselves in Cuba. They can't even travel around because Cuba has less than 2 months remaining of fuel. They are in a very, very, very bad situation. And the U.S. has said anybody sending fuel to them is going to pay a price. They're going to bust some sanctions on you. So Mexico, which was a possible source, they're backing out. and then China and other countries that may have decided we're going to push through and try and do something, they're backing out as well. So Cuba is in a very, how does that affect our students who are there? We have children there, how it's affecting them? Yes, very important point.
Yep, and it's not selective that, it's only the Cuban people that's going to suffer and not the other people that's going to suffer. It's everybody that is in that country is going to suffer, whether you're a foreign national or whoever it is. So, Grenada got to pay attention to those situations. When you get off tonight, I'm going to send you some information that I got today from Smart News on what's going on in Cuba. You won't believe it, man, but it's terrible.
I know people in Cuba, so.
Well, I understand.
Send it. I always say. I
have a lot of good people in Grenada that went to school in Cuba, that got their degrees in Cuba. Or I have some good buddies, I just don't call names. But I have good buddies who is doctors, dentists, this, that in Grenada. And I know what's going on, but I just don't call names on air.
You don't name drop,
no, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got with that he said, she said stuff, man.
Time for that.
Right.
But send the info, because I always say, I don't see everything. So when people send things to me, it helps to gain more information. So you'll send it for me, my brother.
I will.
All right, you have a good one.
You have a great night.
All right, and happy Independence.
I had to hit you up on something else. We were talking about. I missed last night. Something but I might catch it on Monday. I'm gonna make a note of it.
All right.
I'll go back on my notes and make notes of all the things that I
missed.
So we could talk.
No problem. All right, brother.
All right. Have a good night.
Yes, folks. So we have roughly about 5 minutes remaining on tonight's program. They does lie and they hypocrite, because she know all of that before. Now she is in a position to do it. Nothing doing. Are you hearing her? She want to run for tongue. You hear her say anything about what Eddie Frederick said about the people of tongue? She's saying that she wants to represent the people of town, but you're still associating with people like Eddie Frederick that talking about the people of town as if there's nobody. That talking about the people at River Road and Dabo and Mount Gay as if they are nobodies. You're associating with him that find that the Prime Minister is too high class to have eye contact with the people who live in those areas. But you want to be the representative for tongue. That's the kind of individuals that NDC put forward. Yeah? That is the kind of people that the NDC put forward.
And handouts not only relate to the poor and vulnerable, but people of all walks of life. A friend of mine likes to say we have two kinds of people who tend to follow the other side, the needy and the greedy. So, and to some extent, that is correct. NDC therefore demands that there must be substantial changes to the CBI law now.
No, She have 43 months. That no, I ain't know when that no go come. Yeah? No maybe stand for not 1 week. Yeah. Not one way, I don't know. That no maybe stand for something else. That may be an acronym. It may stand for something else. Yeah, because look at the situation now. She has the power to make all those changes. She didn't even say, well, I make one and I go see if the others go thing, Because she know it can't pass cabinet. Because after the legal drafters put it together, it had to pass cabinet. And when it reach cabinet, the Prime Minister go realize the problem that he in if that pass. And so will the Minister of Finance, so it cannot pass cabinet. Plus you have an ambassador that is also a CBI agent. And from what we hear, school children say that she's spending, yes, Andrea St. Bernard. School children say she's spending all she time out there focusing on she CBI and not Grenada own. That she's focusing on making money for herself. Remember, she's also the treasurer of the NDC. So when you see her out there, don't think it's money for Grenada she's looking for. She's looking for the money that they're going to come to buy you out with because they believe that you are such a low level. They believe they're so much better than you, and they believe that you, the Grenadian people, are gullible in their minds. That they will be able to come with you and buy you out, to buy you for your vote, to pay you for a vote. They believe that they could come and give you a fridge, or they will give you a stove, or they will build a step for you, or they will give you some money towards your electricity, and they will be able to buy your vote. So their treasurer was given free rein for the last 3 years plus to run around like if she's trying to get money for Grenada. Brothers and sisters, point me to one project that she has brought in money for the people of Grenada. Point me to one. Point me to one that she has gone and there is some benefit that you, the Grenadian people, have already received or are soon to receive off of the work of that individual. Point me to it. Send me the video. Tag me in it. And tell me what benefit she has brought to the people of Grenada. But she out there with diplomatic passport. So you know they ain't searching she bag when she pass out from Dubai coming into Grenada. Make what of that you will. When she leave Dubai and she come in here, just remember she had diplomatic passport, so they ain't touching she bag. When she leave Canada and she come in here, or she leave the States and she come in here, or she leave England and she come in here, they ain't touching she bag. The treasurer of the NDC was given that red passport so that she would be able to travel, and they ain't touching she bag. Just remember that. That is the present situation. So when these people come to you, you know how they come into you, and you know what they come into you, and you know them. Yeah, you have to understand who it is coming to you, why they come into you. You heard their lies, and there's more to play. We go play some more during the week next week. You heard their lies. Next week, Friday, we shall be returning to the usual Friday night format where we'll be playing stuff from years gone by. And so we're going to be going back into that next week, Friday night. God's willing. Yeah? But folks, that's all the time we have for tonight. And I want each and every one of you to thoroughly enjoy your Independence Day tomorrow. And remember that another thing that this NDC did to you is they take away your independence on Independence Day 2 years ago. Yeah, because all the people that had the party plan for independence, all the people that had the little function and buy up the drinks and so for the function and so, it is this NDC government that say you can't have it and you can't play no music. It's this NDC government that tell you on October 19th you're supposed to go to church and be in reverence. The people, we celebrate our independence tomorrow. But this government has on several occasions eroded and shredded our independence as a people. So when we celebrate tomorrow, we must celebrate the resilience of the Grenadian people to stand up against this NDC administration and to ensure that these individuals never, ever see the seat of power in Grenada ever again. That must be the cry of each and every Grenadian. Elections coming. Make sure your business fixed. Folks, and everything you say and do it safe and secure. Eat your oil down and enjoy it tomorrow. Because we want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. My name is Sheldon Scott. I am out of here. Love each and every one of you.
I'm strong, I'm strong. I am a Grenadian, yes man. Grenada, Grenada, the land where I was born. I know you were suffering. Men have raped you and abused you and left you there crying. I devote my heart, my body and my soul. I stretch forth my helping hand to help you out. I haven't got diamond, silver, nor even gold, but blessings I give to east, west, north and south. Oh, Grenada, Grenada. quite a long time now since you have fallen back to the last rung of the ladder, and your neighbors stand up there and uttering no talk, but to help they just don't bother. Some of your friends have turned their backs on you. They don't want to see a friend with your name on it.